you bunch of cloud heads. Vaping Pig here with another review product by ThunderCloud and CoilTurd. This is a review. I do not sell or promote any of these products, so don't ask me where to get them or how much they cost. You can use Google to find out for yourself. So yeah, and you have to be of legal smoking or vaping age to check out these products. So on that notion, I got here the limited edition stainless steel engraved one. Also, ThunderCloud sent me the gold one there, which is non-engraved there. So that's how the non-engraved one looks. Pretty nice and clean there. Looks really good on the Telema Solo 100 Watt Pro. Yeah. But using this one in single coil, we'll be building this one in dual coil. What colors are there available? It's these colors. So yeah, that's enough to pick off on. Let's dive into this box, see what she looks like. But yeah, you can take that sleeve off there. At RTA for vaping, it says CoilTurd 3 times and 1 time ThunderCloud. Let's open up that box, shall we? So yeah, inside you'll get a lifetime warranty guarantee and of course a user manual. There you go. Inside you'll see a bunch of accessories there. You got your nice little single coil chamber. So this is what you would be using for single coil builds to reduce that little chamber. I'll show you in a minute. You get an extra airflow ring with the 3 holes, which are a signature for the first RTA for vaping, which I'm showing now on the screen there. It's what that looked like. Of course, he followed up with the RTA for vaping 2 there. And now we have an RTA for vaping. This is pretty interesting. Then you get your chimney and yeah, there's water. It's actually my second take. I was not recording with the right camera when I was doing the down low. So I had to clean it all up and put it back in the box. Yeah, you have the RTA itself there. I'm going to put some studs. So this is with our setup now here is 3.5 mils of juice, and with this one you'll get 4.5 mils of juice. Of course, what else do we get? We have a little side compartment. We have a coil cutting tool there, which is marked at 4 millimeters. I will be building it at 5 millimeters. I thought I got plenty of flavor like that, so sticking with what I tried before. Here are some extra post screws, flathead post screws, little screwdriver, an Allen key, and some extra O-rings. And you'll get some CoilTurd coils. It's a 3-core Clapton coil. I think ThunderCloud make these coils, so yeah, I'm gonna use some Aliens by Dave Watman for this build. Some Aliens 3mm nichrome 80 0.15 in dual. Let's look at the RTA itself. Of course, you get a nice Addy stand as well. Take that off, shall we? There we go. Here is the RTA for vaping. Really nice engraving there. Yeah, the airflow ring is a matte finish. Well, this is really shiny stainless steel finish. I wished that matched a bit better with the rest of the RTA, but yeah. Also, it would be nice if they would do engraving on the airflow ring, because that engraving, I think, looks really nice. Okay, yeah, then on that, there's the airflow ring, of course. You can move it freely if you put it on correctly. You can move it and it will be on a stopper. If it's not on a stopper and it's not moving freely like this, you turn it the wrong way around. So you got your base there, you get your nice protruding 510 connection there with insulation, so you can use this on a hybrid Mac. You got your quarter turn here with some nice juicy fill ports there. You got your 810 drip tip there, nice O-ring sealing it all up. Of course, let's look at the deck, shall we? Just screw that off. And there is your build deck. As you can see, opposed to this deck design, shaped a little bit hollow for that airflow to go whooshy whooshy underneath there. You got your 2 wicking ports, and yeah, the juice will flow from the outside in here to your wicks. But basically, really nice. So here is the chamber reducer. If you want to use the chamber reducer, you got these two notches that will line up with these two, and will go on like this and really reduce the chamber there for a single coil build. Also lowers it a bit down for, yeah, getting some more flavor there. Really nice. If we look on the inside here, as you can see, you got that juice flow coming here from these holes. Let me grab the pliers, thing easier to point. So juice, here's where the juice will be velocity fed from up there to down here into those juice wells. And here is where the airflow is originated from there, as you can see. So yeah, nice little chamber there. Of course, we're gonna set it up for a 4.5 millimeters. Really easy to do. You can just twist and turn this off. The whole chimney and the glass will come loose. You simple as that. You put the other tank on there. Simple like that. The airflow ring is also interchangeable. To good attention, as you can see, there are notches on one side. Side with the notches needs to go upward. If you put the airflow ring on like this, you won't be able to move the airflow ring while the base is on there, so you won't have the stopper system in place. So now I think I got it correctly, or didn't I? Yeah, there's a notch system. There we go. So you put it on like that. Will fit in there. Boom. And it's on the stopper, so I put it on correctly. Easy peasy as that. So yeah. I heard people complaining that they couldn't move their airflow ring. Well, it's on the mod. I put one finger here, and I can just move the airflow just like that. So I have no issues there. When unscrewing and screwing this thing from your mod, grab the base to unscrew it. Otherwise, you might undo the tank. What's really nice about this though, if you unscrew it with liquid, which I'm gonna demonstrate like here, you can just hold it upside down like this, and you can access your deck and not lose your liquid. So that's also a really great feature to have there. You'll be able to adjust your builds to your liking without losing the liquid in your tank. Really great feature as well. So yeah, but that's it. Just yeah, I put the build in there. I think I explained everything. There's no note about the tank, of course. Put some statistics here on screen, and yeah, screw this thing onto my own reader. This is a Vape Smarter build tab that I bought in the UK Expo. I'm very happy with. So there you go. So when building this thing, if you're doing a dual coil configuration, you're gonna build coil from here to here and one here to here, with your wickings going in there. If you're doing a single coil build, you're gonna build from there to there or there to there, depending on which orientation the coil is twisted. So then you put the coil dead center in the middle, and then you can see with your little chamber reducer, if it's not touch, make sure it's not touching that chamber reducer. So that notion, let's grab Dave Wattman's coils, which are already cut at 5mm leg length. Positioning the coils is quite easy. As you can see, I've already used these coils. This is my second take there. There you go. It asks for new build. As you can see, the liquid is coming off there as I'm preheating these coils. And you strum them until they start flowing evenly. First, I already did that on these two coils, so it goes quite fast there. And you let them cool down before wicking them up. Yeah, I got some cotton in there. I like to cut it at the base of the tank. we go. First to one side. You still have some room to play with the cotton from the other side. First you need a good comb out. For the dual coil you don't need to comb out this much if you're doing single coil. I will check out how that fits in there. It's quite nicely. Don't really need to push it. I want that cotton poking out there underneath. You can divide it a little bit there. And then we repeat that process on the other side. We got it built on wicks there, as you can see. It's quite messy build, but you can see the cotton poking out there on the bottom. Don't stuff it in there too hard, because if it will expand a little bit when getting wet, and then you will block off the access for liquid to your coils. You don't want that. So there we go. That's for juice. We use kangaroo donut there. Absolutely love this juice. It's a raspberry jam donut there. Making sure the cotton is saturated. There we go. As you can see, the machining is quite alright. There's no really good quality always from ThunderCloud. Otherwise they wouldn't be giving a lifetime guarantee there. As you can see, put it all together. Let's put some juice. Put the airflow ring open there. Really nice. Put it on correctly since I can move it now. So yeah, great stuff. Fill it up. Also big juicy fill ports there. No issues there. Boom. Nice engraved stop cap there. Quarter turn. It's all nice. I'm going to use it on my die codes here, because it's nice and flush there. I'm going to dive on top and yeah, enjoy this build, shall we? On top with the RTA for vaping. Got one in single coil, got one in dual coil. When I started out with the single coil, I started with the 3 dots airflow. The airflow is a bit sharper with the 3 dots than it is with the mesh airflow, free of the honeycomb airflow, which is really nice. The honeycomb was getting used to the airflow a bit, and yeah, I got it toned down exactly how I like it. Single coil, 50 watts, performs beautiful, nice crispy flavor there, smooth airflow. I already did some vaping on the dual coil I just built here. Pretty nice with the engraving there on top of the die codes, the honey box. Let's give her a toot again. Definitely the flavor is much more saturated, much more crispy as a dual coil. I'm gonna be honest about that. I really prefer this as a dual coil now. I should have been testing it in dual coil mode actually all that time. I realize now. Really nice flavor, nice smooth full open airflow there. Beautiful, beautiful. Performs well, looks, do like the look of the engraving. Look there, it's nice and flush with my Dani box there. Do like how that looks. Let's try this one. Let's close the airflow a bit down. See, I have no problems turning the airflow. There we go. Beautiful, beautiful flavor, yeah. I prefer it fully open though, yeah. So yeah, it's a great RTA. Capacity wise, 4.5 millimeter. But yeah, for an RTA this size, this diameter, it's not that bad, you know. Dual coil vaping. Oh, it's almost like sucking on an RTA, man. The flavor is really nice and crisp in dual coil mode. I like it. I'm gonna keep using it in dual coil mode for sure. So yeah, the cons, there is not much space to raise the coil further up, but I'm getting nice flavor as I build it now. There's a nice easy postless deck. The wicking ports, you know, for dual coil you need to comb out that cotton very good to not stuff it in there. For a single coil build there is plenty of space, so there is no issues there. Yeah, shape's great. Just a wonderful job on this RTA. The way it looks, yeah, it looks like an RTA. It's nice. I like the engraved ones, really like that. But if you don't like it, you can get a non-engraved one. There are also some different type of colors, airflow rings, so you can mix and match that a little bit with your mod. If the mod has a certain color, you can, it has the same color as one of these airflow rings. Really nice. I wish they do some airflow rings there with the engraving and giving that same shiny, because it's going from shiny to matte to back to shiny. I think that is basically the only thing, and I'm really nitpicking here. So yeah, wonderful RTA, CoilTurd and ThunderCloud. Nice collaboration. Can't wait to see what's next, for sure. So yeah, this is my little review and tutorial for the RTA for vaping. And I wish you all the love and respect you deserve. And remember, vape life matters.